What's going on with y'all? It's Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Ball Sports Network. Thank you guys for the continued support. Continue to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Now, we're here to talk about my man, Lamar Jackson, because once again, someone in the NFL decides they want to disrespect Lamar again. I mean, this don't get old. Like, this does not get old. Just telling the man what he can and can't do. When he went out and won unanimous MVP, the team won 13, 14 games. And obviously they were disappointed in the playoffs. I get it. But dang. So the latest thing is anonymous, because they love doing this stuff anonymously. Because they know if they put a name to it, they sound ridiculous. Well, they sound ridiculous regardless. So they rather sound stupid anonymously than putting a name and a face or whatever. So an anonymous coordinator, I didn't say offensive defensive coordinator, basically said it's harder to game plan for Kyler Murray than it is for Lamar Jackson. Like, the quote went along the lines of, you know what Lamar Jackson's going to do. If you force him to throw from the pocket, he's not really that good. Kyler Murray has a quick release. You force him to throw from the pocket, he's going to dissect you and beat you and blah, 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 blah. So, whatever. Here's the thing. There is nothing, not in the pocket, not on the run, not on Madden, nothing Kyler Murray has done in the NFL that is better than Lamar Jackson. Let me repeat that. There is nothing that Kyler Murray has done in the NFL so thus far. Lamar's through 2 years, Kyler's through a year. Nothing that he has done in the NFL that is better than Lamar Jackson. Lamar, see, here's the thing, and here's what just blows me so much. Okay, we get it. Lamar Jackson, people wanted him to change positions coming out of college. They wanted him to be a receiver. They wanted him to be a running back, blah, blah, blah. Then he comes in and wins 6, 7 games. He only, in 8 or 9 tries, and he won 7 games in 8 tries during the regular season in his rookie year, okay, and they lost in the playoffs. So people get like, oh, he won 7 games, but Tim Tebow won some games, and he got in the playoffs and got washed. Okay, so what does he do the next year? He follows that up by winning the MVP unanimously, leads the league, breaks the all-time, like the single-season rushing record for a quarterback, and on top of that, leads the NFL in passing touchdowns. Think about that. He breaks Michael Vick's single-season rushing record. Lamar Jackson had 1,200 rushing yards last year, but also threw over 30 touchdowns and led the league in touchdown passes. But it gets better. It gets better. The whole pocket thing. He can't deliver from the pocket. If you force him to throw in the pocket, blah, blah, blah. Lamar Jackson led the league with 28 touchdowns from the pocket. From the pocket. He runs better than Kyler Murray. He's more dangerous. He throws from the pocket, he delivers more touchdowns from the pocket with no receivers, better than Kyler Murray. Like, I mean, and this is let me preface, I love Kyler Murray. I think he's gonna be a great quarterback. He's gonna win an MVP in this league. He is going to be an amazing quarterback. He's already a great quarterback. He's gonna be an amazing quarterback at some point and win an MVP and maybe even win a Super Bowl. But it's unfair to compare his accomplishment. It's unfair to compare him to Lamar Jackson at this point. The only thing that Lamar hasn't done so far is prove himself in the playoffs. Kyler ain't even been to the playoffs. He's not going to sniff the playoffs this year. He didn't sniff it last year. Lamar's going to be a favorite in the playoffs. So it's unfair to compare Kyler to Lamar Jackson at this point in their careers. It's just unfair. It's not fair. But the thing about Kyler is that he was a highly touted recruit. He was a Heisman Trophy winner quarterback in college. And he was the number 1 overall pick. Whereas Lamar was a 2 or 3-star recruit. He went to Louisville, which isn't a football powerhouse. And then people was telling him to change positions. And he was the last pick of the first round. He still was a first-round pick, but a lot of people thought that was a reach. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lamar Jackson has continued to prove doubters wrong over and over and over and over again. And it just blows my mind that people just continue to anonymously, it's always anonymously, to just try to critique and criticize his game unfairly. Now, here's the thing about Lamar. It's simply, and it's not even, I don't even think it's like a race thing or anything. It's simply because his game is so different, right? Like, we've seen guys that can run. like Vic. Vic could run like hell. I mean, Vic was a heck of a runner, heck of an athlete. We've seen guys that were super athletic at quarterback, especially at the college level, but even at the NFL level. But they couldn't throw, or they wouldn't. Like Vic's he's never sniffed leading the league in touchdown passes. But Lamar did that. And it's the fact that Lamar's game is so different than what we've ever seen before. I mean, he broke Vic's rushing single season rushing record. I think Michael Vick set that in like 2005 or 2004, 2005, somewhere around there. So Lamar set it in 2019. That's a 15-year difference. And in those 15 years, there's never been a guy that's been able to throw like Lamar. They throw guys open. 30-plus touchdowns. 30 years, led the league, 36 touchdown passes, lead the league. Like, come on, man. Like, at some point, we got to stop. Now, Lamar has to deliver in the playoffs. That's going to be that's his Achilles heel right now. The fact that he has not delivered in the playoffs yet. But the man's only 23 years old. He's only going into his second year as the full-time starter from the beginning. Only his second year as the full-time starter. So let's give him a chance to prove himself. Yes, they went out disappointing to the Tennessee Titans. His receivers didn't help him. They dropped like 8 passes. His defense didn't help him. They gave up 200 rushing yards. They didn't help him, but he didn't have his best game. I get it. But the man is still 23 years old. He already has an MVP. He's already set records. And they're coming with a vengeance because this Ravens team is loaded. So come on, man. Like the unfair criticism, comparing them to guys that ain't even in his league yet, like that ain't cool, y'all. Like we gotta leave Lamar alone at some point. We gotta just understand that the man is great. Like, he's not good, he's great. And he's gonna have a chance to prove himself as an all-time great once he gets the job done in the playoffs. And he does. I mean, that's fair. To criticize him on not winning playoff games. But to sit here and compare him to dudes and say, oh, he still can't deliver from the pocket, or he this, or it's easy to game plan for him. That's just hate, man. That don't even make sense. If it was that easy, man wouldn't have led the league in rushing yards as a quarterback, single-season rushing record as a quarterback, and lead the league in touchdown passes. Also touchdown passes from the pocket. Unanimous MVP if it was that easy. Ask the Cincinnati Bengals if it's easy to tackle or stop Lamar Jackson. Ask the Miami Dolphins. You know what I mean? Ask the LA Rams. All these teams that he torched last year. Yeah, that don't make sense, man. Anonymous coordinators, this stuff blows me. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. from the Ball Sports Network. Thank you guys for the continued support. Continue to hit the like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.